What is up, guys? Today I am coming at you with a 6-month ownership and review of the Ninja Woodfire outdoor grill. I'm gonna be answering questions like, does it suck? Is it awesome? Is it worth it? How's it like cooking on it? Owning it and putting it on my deck for 6 months? Is it still working? All of those questions will be answered, plus some tips and tricks to actually cooking on this grill. So let's get right into it. Alrighty guys, so let's go over some basic stuff. You're considering getting this grill and you're wondering what it's gonna be like cooking with it. If you have only cooked indoors, this thing is gonna be an awesome transition to an outdoor smoked meat or food setting. Your traditional indoor cooks are quick, they're efficient, and you're eating them, you're prepping them, maybe you're cooking them for a couple hours at max, and then you're eating them. Then you've got the other end of the spectrum, which is traditional stick burner, smoker, and grill, and that is, babysitting, tending to long smokes, which normally ends up in a delicious reward, but takes you a long time. So this Ninja is kind of like the perfect middle ground. If you're going from inside, it's gonna be a little more time consuming, a little more of a hobby when you're cooking out here with the Ninja. If you're going from a true traditional stick burner, or maybe even some of these larger electric smokers that are out on the market, this is gonna be a lot quicker. So you've really got to adjust according to what you're used to cooking. And let's go ahead and move on to that, the pros and cons of actually cooking on it. Let's start with the cons and we'll end with the good stuff. All right, so only a couple cons here. Ninja says that you should store this indoors. Why do they make a cover for it if they say you should store it indoors? I have kept this thing outside since I got it 6 months ago. It's been covered, but it has been outdoors on my uncovered deck with all my other grills, and it is working just fine. However, if you do not have a stand or you do not have a place to keep it outdoors, or you don't have a cover, you've got to now find a place to keep this. And it is small for a grill, but it's big and bulky if you're living in an apartment, or you don't have a lot of space in your house, or you just don't have a place to put something of this caliber. Like, this is not fit on a normal shelf. Like, this has to go on the floor or an industrial shelf. So definitely a con is having to store this somewhere if you don't have the space. Another con is that you need a power source. So it's not a true grill in the fact that you can take it camping, you can take it off the grid. You still need a power source, and you need one close because the power cord is only 2 feet long. I know some of you guys are like, wait, I've got an external battery box. Problem solved, I'm taking this thing camping. No, problem not solved. You're only gonna be able to cook for about an hour, and then that's gonna drain your battery. You're gonna need a big power source. This thing draws energy. It's like a legit house generator in order to run this thing to smoke something. Another con is the smoke box. So Ninja says, you only need to fill the smoke box once. That's enough smoke. That is hated across the Ninja community. The hopper is about this big. And if maybe you're smoking some wings, that's fine because you're only gonna smoke them for about an hour. But if you're making a pork butt, that's 10 hours and you don't want to just smoke with 16 pellets. 1 pellet box worth is not enough smoke for a traditional smoking type of cook. You're gonna notice that you wish you had more smoke. So it's annoying because if you don't catch the pellets while they're still ignited and you put more pellets in, if the pellets have gone out completely, you've now got to unplug the unit, plug it back in, reset it, and reignite it so that the pellets reignite. And that is a whole process that takes about 10 minutes that just messes with the cook because it turns off the heat, it's igniting the pellets. It's annoying. And then the last con is that sometimes it honestly just cooks too fast. There are some things that I really want low and slow, and no matter what, in this unit, it's so small and compact, it's gonna cook quick. But that's also leading me to the pros, because it's really awesome that this thing can cook as quick as it can and be as delicious as it is. So it almost always is half the time of a traditional smoker. So I've got, my charcoal and my wood burning smoker here running 225 pork butts. Those are cooking for 20 hours, but a pork butt in here at the same temp cooked for only 10 hours. And it was awesome. Like, barely anything changed except for that smoke flavor and that real good smoke ring. So that's really what you're losing out. But if you're transitioning and you're just starting out, this is awesome in that regard. Some more pros just to talk about, and we mentioned this just a little bit in the beginning, is that it's not just a grill. It's not just a smoker. You've got air crisp, you've got bake, you've got roast, you've got broil, you've got dehydrate. All of those things you can do in here, which means you can cook whatever the hell you want. If you're taking this in your RV, you don't need anything else. You don't need an oven. You don't need an air fryer. You don't need a dehydrator, whatever. You can do whatever you want. You can get like a griddle plate in here. Sorry, it's dirty. I just cooked a pork butt. You can get like a griddle plate in here and griddle. Like, this thing is so, so cool. So that is an awesome pro, that it's not just a grill and smoker. It is all of these things for literally the lowest price of a smoker out there. Another pro is that it's got very little fuel use. So you're not spending a lot of money on pellets, on charcoal. When you're doing traditional smoking, there's a lot of money spent on buying more fuel for smoking 18 hours, 20 hours. That takes a lot of fuel. A cheap alternative to smoking definitely is the Woodfire outdoor grill. Another thing is that, and I mentioned this too, it costs nothing compared to a lot of other smokers. My Gravity 980 here running about $800. Camp Chef over here is about $1,700, about $3,000 when you have all of the stuff on it. But for just the pellet smoker, we're running about $1,000. So for this coming in at $300, real awesome for all that you can do. Lastly, which is one of the coolest things, and what me and Travis use it for a lot, is that you can take it with you. This pops up off of this stand pops down into like a flat little thing. As long as you've got a power source, this thing can come with you. So I love that. I love cooking when I'm on vacations, and it never fails. I stay at an Airbnb and literally the grill never works, or the stovetop sucks, or they don't have, you know, pans for the freaking oven. It's so, so annoying. So whenever I take this with me for travel, I know that I don't have to worry about what I'm cooking on for that week. So that has been just amazing. And if you want to see a little bit more about traveling, go ahead and check out this episode where we travel to the beach and we make some really cool salmon and oysters. That was a really, really fun episode. So go check that out if you're into wanting to travel with this smoker. I really do think this is awesome. This is so, so cool, and opens the game for people who live in apartments, city dwellers, people who, you know, just don't have the ability or the deck space or the outdoor, you know, space to grill. It just opens the market, because barbecue and smoking is just so fun and it's so rewarding at the end of the day. So I love that Ninja has made this and really opened this world to so many more people. So if you were considering getting a Ninja Woodfire Grill, I wouldn't hesitate. If you have the space to keep it and the little bit extra cash, or you're really interested in smoking but you're not really wanting to do a huge smoker, it's worth it. I promise you. It tastes awesome. Food is quick. It's really, really just neat to have. It's a really cool tool. The fact that you can infuse smoke on all of these options is just another pro that I didn't even mention. Can't wait to see what Ninja does more for the outdoor smoking community. I think it's only gonna get better from here. So I will see you guys around in about a year. I'll let you know if it's still working. Bye.